just so you know it's about to be live. Oh, and I was gonna tell you, man. If you ever want to connect your, I'm saying you can. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's like weird.
No, you're good.
Okay, okay.
I feel like it only hurts the other person's stream.
You think it does?
Kinda, yeah. Like, cause when you're just live, people are just going to your spot. But if like the same counts as live as someone else's channel, then you're like losing a viewer. You know?
You know what? Someone told me that before, and I was like, I don't think so, but it might be true. You probably know better than I do. Hey, yeah, like if you want to though. I don't know. Are you doing your channel or no?
I mean, not really. I should probably
That's what I'm
do
saying, man.
something.
It don't matter to me, man. You can connect it. Okay. Chat, give me 1 second, man. We're kind of live here. I got some side stuff going on. We got Easy in the building.
And I feel like YouTube might suppress it too, because like, wait, this is the same stream. You know?
Oh, that'd be wild. Yeah, that'd be messed up. I could see it though. YouTube has some weird stuff going on. They don't know
Yeah,
the
they're
difference.
weird.
I would hope not. I mean, stream. I feel like everybody uses StreamYard now. All right, we're live, man. Yo, how was your Thanksgiving, man?
Came with a fresh Detroit Lions victory. The mac and cheese was good. That was a good Thanksgiving. How about yours?
Terrible, man. It was probably the worst Thanksgiving I've ever had, to be honest with you.
Wait, what?
No, I'm playing. No, I'm playing. No, it was good, man. It was good. I'm glad. I'm happy. You know what? I'd honestly that fact that we haven't won since 2016 is never. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. But you start thinking through it, man. We don't get easy games on Thanksgiving. They don't be hooking us up like that.
No, for some reason people kept thinking this week, oh, it's the Bears. It's gonna be an easy one. Like that's not how division games work. You know,
Mm-hmm.
division games
Nah, and
typically pretty close.
you know what the thing was for me, it was like seeing the final score. It was like if you told me that was going to be the final score coming in, I would have absolutely believed it. But it was more of the fact that I think that we were so dominant early in that game that the way that it was close at the end was the frustrating was what frustrated people. They're like, this shouldn't have even been close. And I was like, I get that, but it felt like. But like I said, if it was 20, if you told me coming in like, hey, we're about to win 20-3, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll take that. That's kind of what we assumed. 20-3, 23-20. We kind of
Yeah,
assumed a close game, I think, here, man. This is a tough team.
but it's not in that fashion
No,
where it's like we're so
no.
dominant and then we just blink out in the second half.
And they're right back in it. All right.
Yeah,
I came with clips and stuff, but really, man, they're just to kind of highlight things because, man, we had some dogs in that game, and we ought to go right here. Obviously, we got a lot of injuries now, and like we're moving guys in. Quan Alexander's in the building. Jonah Williams in the building. I mean, real quick on that, like I feel like I'll get into this later, but like anything stand out with the moves, man? Are you happy about any of those?
I mean, I like Quan Alexander. I liked him, when he was in his prime. I think he was fun. He's an
Yep.
entertaining dude. There's that story out there. His brother passed away. He played the very next game, and he had an interception, forced fumble, and a fumble recovery, and 11 tackles. He balled out of his mind. But still, just depressing to know that like we lost Malcolm, because I think Malcolm was his play recognition. I think was becoming like elite. But Quan's he's a good replacement, former Pro Bowler.
Yeah, I didn't know that is that recent? Or is that like
Um,
just like at one point
no,
just
that's back
like
when we played the Buccaneers.
okay. Yeah, that name, man. I know Rad's fired up about that. He loved that dude. He just hurt all the time. But when he's not hurt, like you said, that dude's a dog. And then
Yeah,
it says it's like become David Long's job now. That's just a guy at this point. David Long's a dude already. It's kind of
yeah,
weird to see how much he's already out there because like a lot of these, it feels like all right in time. This dude's just he's the dude already. It's, all right, I guess Quan, that's your job. You took it in like 2 weeks. And then Jonah, that was necessary. Hopefully, we're not like too messed up at defensive end. My goodness, the injuries are crazy there. Makai
yeah.
Wingo gets hurt. It's like, bro, who do we even go to at that point? But I'll say this. Muhammad, I still don't know how to say dude's first and half middle name. I don't know what that is.
Al-Qanin Mohammed or something.
Hey, dog.
No,
Dog, man.
no.
Oh, my goodness. Yo, who is this guy? This guy was cooking in that game again. It's like this guy is different. He just needs to see the field. Where was he in the preseason? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He was with the team. Did we pick him up off a practice squad or something?
Man, just saying, bro. If he was with us, he would have made the team.
Yeah, it's crazy because he played that way against the Titans. And then I didn't know if it was like, okay, maybe the Titans' offensive line stinks. Like, maybe it's like a one-off. Because we didn't see much of him after. And then yesterday it happened. Well, 2 days ago now happened. And then it's like, oh, no, he's a dog. And shout out to Doc Ding Dangler, by the way. That bet was for Christian Watson versus Jameson Williams. Total yards. I think I'm winning. I'm pretty sure I'm winning.
Wait. Who is it? So it's J-Mo versus Jaden Reed?
J-Mo versus Christian Watson, total yards. Loser has to buy the other guy's son a jersey. It's a jersey bet. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm winning. Let me look up.
Yeah. Christian Watson dropped a huge one last week. Like that dude just dropped the bomb last week.
His depth perception's got to be off, dude. He's at he dropped one against us. Remember, he pressed the wrong button early or something like that.
That's what it looks like. It does look like that. Christian Watson's the dog, man. He just gives you like about five. He can give about 5 drops on the season. Easy drops. Been waiting. What up, though? Flair versus Savage. Okay. Hey, I see you. What's up, man? All right. Yeah, we should be good, man. I just for time reasons, we're gonna jump into this. We got the game coming up here. Real good to be fair. Caleb does hold the ball too long, but I'll throw some in here. Here's the thing, though. I'll say this easy and get your take on this. I think what Caleb did in this game was pretty predictable, to be honest. This is what Caleb has been, honestly, to this point. Like, holds the ball too long, yes. Misses some reads when he's asked to be a drop back passer. Misses throws when he's a drop back passer. And then when the game kind of became a little bit, when he made it interesting at the end, it was also what he's capable of, which is extending the play, doing something wild, making a crazy off-script play. And it's like, I don't matter what we do. Here comes Caleb Williams. So I feel like his game was a little bit predictable.
Weird to watch.
Very weird to watch. But Easy, let me ask you this question. I want to put you on the spot because I was thinking about this. More difficult as a fan watching us play Caleb Williams or Justin Fields? I got to be honest, I prefer watching us play Caleb than Fields after that first game.
You prefer to play Fields?
Like
Caleb
I prefer to play Caleb than Fields.
Yeah,
one game.
Yeah, I can see both ways. But I mean, this is Caleb's rookie year too. Like he might level.
No,
up.
It definitely could get a lot. It could be really good.
The stuff that's like there, he like misses, but the stuff that's like incredibly like hard to do, he's like, huh.
Yeah,
It was a weird experience for sure.
One game in, it's just like not having to deal with all the. It's like what we saw from Richardson last week to start. It's like you don't have that threat anymore. There was just no threat of that. It's like, all right, he'll do a few things, but it kind of felt similar in some ways to watching us play Fields. But at the same time, it's like because I took that whole like designed run aspect like out of the game, it kind of was nice. It was like, okay, he might scramble a little bit, but he's not going to take off. And there's nothing in the run game there. It was all DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
It was kind of nice. I was like, this is a little bit more relaxed than what we have to normally do. So I understood when Dan said, like, after Fields left, like, hey, we don't have to deal with that guy anymore. At first, I was like, really? Fields? He ain't that dude? But then it's like watching, it's like, oh, I get it. I do.
No, he's a pain in the ass. I agree with Dan wholeheartedly on that one. Yeah, because if you got a guy that throws a ball, like, of course, fumbles can happen, but, like, interceptions, I feel like are more likely to happen.
Right.
And you had those opportunities yesterday.
Oh my gosh!
Yesterday, so 2 days ago.
Like 3 opportunities, man. We just get none of them. And the crazy thing is for the Bears on the year, I mean, they fired Eberflus. That makes sense. You know, after that was all right. Someone's got to go. This is not okay. I mean, if I'm a Bears fan, I'm losing after the last few weeks. So that makes sense that they went that direction. Hey, Dan, can we talk about how J-Mo threw the ball right at his face? I don't think he said another word that game.
Did you see what happened before that, though?
Right before when he was on the sideline?
He got tripped.
Did he trip him? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. It kind of cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it on Twitter if you want to upload it. I don't know if you're allowed to play it or not, but yeah, J-Mo got tripped. And then obviously he said something to him too. Then J-Mo threw the ball. It's always the second that guy that gets in trouble, but like it's crazy that Stevenson kind of got away with that. I thought maybe that happened. I'm like, that's weird. He kind of just must have was going too fast, and like his momentum brought him down like that. But like, no, he got tripped. Everybody missed that, myself included.
No, I'm glad that you saw that because it kind of cut off, but like, and I didn't watch it enough but I was like something went down there for sure because it wasn't just he walked over and threw it at him, and you could see because I was like, is there something said? Didn't look like there was like much said really, like but right here,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
oh
even
yeah,
looks like he
you had
kicks his foot out because he's standing right there behind the coach. There's no reason for him to come up behind the coach like that.
and then he did say something. I don't know what he said, but there was definitely something here that went down a little bit, and then he did the rollover. It's
Yeah,
probably a little extra still from JMO, but it was funny. You know what I mean? Like honestly,
dude,
like
I
when
thought
we
it
were
was
watching.
hilarious. Thank you. I'm with you. I thought that was hilarious. He hit him right in the chops.
Look, if we were playing like a better football team, like maybe if we were playing the Bills, all right, when that game comes up and he does that, I'm like, JMO, what are we doing, bro? We needed that.
Thank
But
you.
there was a part of you that was like, all right, that was pretty awesome about that.
That was awesome.
If we'd have lost, like, all right, I would have came back been a little upset. But to be honest, like, I'm not mad at him. It was pretty hilarious. I'm kind of glad you did that, JMO, because it's like that game felt like a divisional football game, which was fantastic. That game had the energy to it. They were back and forth, man, and it was fun. It was more fun to watch. I mean, there hasn't been a game I felt like that this year, really. Like, there's an outside element where we're like hyping up Lions, Packers, but when you're in the game, it didn't feel like this. This had something different felt to it, and that kind of brought it all together. And I thought it was hilarious. I loved it, man. I feel bad for Stevenson, kind of. This dude's just going through it. He gets cooked. And look, JMO. Honestly, like outside of the flag, the fact that there was that little interaction made sense because early in the game, JMO beats him 1-on-1. Bam. Let's put Terrell Smith in the game. Now all of a sudden, Terrell Smith is getting cooked left and right. It's like, hey, he kind of got you benched a little bit, like to be honest. So I understood it. There's a little bit of hostility. I get it. It's like, hey, bro, y'all were going at it.
I was wondering that. I was like, why was Tyreek Stevenson on the sideline? Because I thought he was one of their better guys, at least if a good pass. Did he have that interception against us last time on Ford Field? Or is that somebody else?
I think so. Yeah.
Either way. Yeah, no, I thought that was hilarious. I did not know that JMO got a bench. That makes it even better. And yeah, dude, it's a divisional game, and we're the big dogs right now. We're the kings of the north. Everybody wants to take shots at us, and it's only fitting that happens. JMO got caught in the act. We still win the game. That's all that matters. It didn't cost anybody the game. It wasn't a first down play. You know what I'm saying? It was like a, second and 4 or something like that? I didn't know if it was that. It was like a 3-yard gain.
Here's what it was. It was a 3-yard gain. It would have been 2nd and 7. He gets called for the flag at 2nd and 22. So it definitely hurt because then we ultimately missed the field goal. But we still should have made the field goal regardless. Yeah. Like it wasn't like it put – because 2 plays later we hit the shot to St. Brown, makes it like 4th and medium. And I was thinking, to be honest with you, I'm sitting there watching like, let's go for it. We're up by 10. Let's go for it. I'm thinking, let's put the game away right here. They really couldn't. The whole issue with them is they had no time of possession. I was thinking we were going to go. Dan's like, let's take the field goal to go up 13 for some reason, which I kind of understand because they weren't trusting their offense to score 2 touchdowns, and it actually would have become very helpful at the end there if we would have made that field goal. But he misses the field goal, which that's kind of just execution type of thing. So yeah, it definitely hurt us, but at the same time, I wasn't mad at it. You know what I mean? I wasn't mad as a fan. Yeah. I was pretty happy that it happened. I thought it was hilarious. It brought back kind of the it made it a little bit of a rivalry game, man. And as a fan, like fun. You kind of miss
rivalries are fun. Right? Yeah,
it's fantastic, and it's that whole thing. Like the Lions have had a little bit of an edge, not every player, but I feel like as they've kind of became this team that's like the team, there's an edge to them. You know what I mean? You're feeling there's a little bit of like a swagger to them that they're kind of like, nah, stop playing. Like we're still that team. Like I heard, like as a fan, going into this Packers game, they're like, what did they say? They said, can the Green Bay Packers like retake the North or something? I'm like, no, like y'all can beat us and still not win the North. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. If you beat us, you're still a game behind and we already beat you at your house. I'm like, you can make it kind of interesting, I guess. But there's not much that you could. Here's the reality: you win, Green Bay beats us on Thursday, you stay alive. You lose to us, you're out of the divisional race. That's how I'm looking at it. So you better win that football game because it's over. You're playing for a wild card if you lose that football game.
JMO's out of control. Is that what our greens flips a ball one time? He's out of control.
I'll be honest with you. I'm definitely a fan. So like I said,
our guys getting chippy in each other's faces and ready to fight, and every single game he flips a ball at somebody, he's out of control. That's a wild take, brother. Got me honest.
I loved it. You know what I mean? I loved it. I'm probably putting it, but if Glenn walks away next year, Honestly, bro, I thought the same thing. Now, I might not be popular, but look, Antonio, I thought the same thing that like when the news came out last night. I was thinking like, if a gun left and we hired Eberflus, I wouldn't be mad at it. Because I'm watching this game and Eberflus is a dog. Like, he gives teams problems. He's constantly shaking things up. This defense is always really good. Like, he's going to get his side right. So if you just let him focus on that, no, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Bring him over. Because the one team that's gave Ben fits seemingly all the time is that guy. Now, Ben did really well, I thought, this last game. But he's been the guy to give us fits. And I don't know about you, Easy, but like early thoughts, I'd be in for that.
I'd be in for it too. I'm totally down. I said that even before Ben emerged. Who was the guy that was there before Eberflus? Offensive guy.
The guy before Eberflus.
Can't think of his name.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's with Kansas City now.
Quarterback.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. He's an OC. Either way, even when he was there, I was like, dude, if Ben doesn't become our OC, like I'll take him because he won a playoff game with freaking Mitch Trubisky. Like it's not like he
did.
He was a bump. But no, same thing. Matt Eberflus. Matt Eberflus says he got a good defensive identity for sure for the Chicago Bears.
Dang, who was that? I know who you're talking. I can't think of his name. I can picture him, the little bald dude. I know who he is. Matt Nagy. Good look, bro.
Shop around Frazier.
Yup, Matt Nagy, bro. Hey, let's roll to these, man. Just because of time reasons, I'll try to go fast through these, but I want to get easy state because obviously I'm not gonna show every play. I'm gonna show good, bad, that kind of thing. But just want to highlight some things, and I'll try to keep it quick here. I mean, and as we're going through these, man, like if there's things that stood out to you with this one, like for me though, I'll be honest, Easy. Like to be honest, like even in the second half when things kind of quieted down for us, like a lot of it was our own doing. Like we had opportunities, we just didn't make the play. Part of it was also the flag of JMO that kind of halted a drive too. But like for the most part, there was just not enough drives in this game. There was so many drives that were so short that you're watching is like the game is going by so fast that as soon as you leave a couple of things out there, you're just not going to have an opportunity to make it up. We're not getting enough possessions in this game. The drives are too long from each side. And to be honest, like even if you look at Chicago's last drive where they had the opportunity, they started from their own 1 yard line. That was a 12-play, 58-yard drive that shut down, which, okay, let's go to that real quick before we get too far into this. What was your take on that whole thing? Because I mean, a couple sides. Like first off, I'm watching it. Like clearly, it felt like Caleb knew that the time was running out, but it wasn't like they went out there and ran a Hail Mary. The dude had one guy that had a chance to get the end zone. But at the same time, the fact that he threw that route gave me the sense of like, okay, he kind of knew. He kind of knew there was no time. Like there was an awareness there, and they had a timeout. I didn't understand what was going on.
I think he didn't know they had a timeout. But that's also it's a half and half issue with him and Eberflus because the initial call, I guess, was a quarterback draw, and they're supposed to kick the field goal and go to overtime. That was like the goal, and instead Caleb checked out of that with like 13 seconds left to go. He puts Roma Dunze on that route. To be honest with you, if Roma Dunze keeps running, he maybe catches that. To be honest with you, he kind of, in my opinion, you can tell me if I'm wrong or not. I think he biffed that a little bit, but. But if you're Matt Eberflus and you see that going on, call a timeout. Everyone knows, not everyone, but like 8 seconds typically to get a playoff. That's right. Like the runoff. At 16 seconds, if you're not calling a timeout to like figure what the hell you got going on, like that's to try to win the game is insane to me. I mean, he deserved to get fired yesterday. Like you don't just sit there with a timeout in your back pocket and watch this unfold. And then the look that he had afterward, he was just like. I laughed at that 15 times, probably 30 times, to be honest with you. I have it on my phone. And if I'm ever feeling sad, I just go watch Matt Eberflus look like an absolute idiot on the sideline. That was crazy. But that's on Caleb as well. Moments.
Yeah, it is, bro. It is because it's like, bro, you got to have awareness of the situation. And it's just like there was so much.
I'm sorry, dude.
Bro, no, it was hilarious though, but I actually felt bad because like, you got your Bears fans and Bears fans have been real chill. So like I felt bad. Outside of, some dudes in the commenters will get kind of fired up but they're like over the top fired up. So it's like, all right, I get it. But like, honestly, man, I felt bad a little bit because it's like you see their last 2 weeks and it's like if they missed a field goal, whatever. But the fact that you didn't even get a chance to take a field goal because I don't know what you guys were doing, it was pretty hilarious. But at the same time, I felt bad. I was like, come on, man.
Funnier, bro. Like the incompetence is like. Piling up, dude. And to be honest with you, too, it's not even Eberflus's fault that it was so funny. It's the Bears fans that just hop on social media and talk the most. and just like swore themselves into the Super Bowl, swore themselves into the playoffs. They drafted the Messiah. All these things are going to happen this year right away. And it's like, here's your coach. Like, what the I don't know. That was awesome to me. I hate the Bears. They're my least favorite NFC North rival by far.
Really? Okay, that's a fan thing.
What's up?
That's a fan thing. You got bad vibes from the fans, or what? Like they're overconfident.
Beyond the fans, just my whole life. It can start with the Calvin Johnson rule. The catch not catch. All right, we're not gonna talk about it. But yeah, that pissed me off enough to hate the Bears the rest of my life.
Dang, that's unfortunate.
I made that commitment.
I don't know. I get like a weird vibe with the Bears because the Bears aren't like ever, like at least when I've been alive, they've never really been good. And like every time it's like, okay, they're kind of good. The playoff thing happens and they can't make a field goal. And it's like, all right, I got to feel for them a little bit. They've never really been a good team. They've kind of been at the bottom with us. And it's like, well, who's worse? We'll find out. One team's going to win 7 games. That's kind of where it's been. And now it's like they're finally hyped. We might have a quarterback, and then that happens, and it's mainly the quarterback and the coach, or I don't know what they're doing. And they're just watching it happen. And the weird thing about that is easy. I'm sitting there watching for the Lions. I'm like, well, should we take a timeout just to make sure like we don't give something up here? Because that was the only thing. It was like, well, let's not give up a big play. Let's at least force them to take the field goal. Yeah, and I'm very glad we did. It was like, all right, let them make a mistake, I guess, because they were just – I don't know. Like that was a coaching thing. You can tell one team was definitely prepared for the moment. One team was completely lost, and it was like I don't know what's going on. Our team was chill at the end. It was calm, and it was great to see that kind of play out. But yeah, I mean, I think you said like it takes time because my dad brought it up to me yesterday. He was like, Dan Campbell. We were watching the Georgia Tech game, which was fantastic, and I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, man, Georgia Tech seems real chill. They seemed really calm, and they weren't like. It wasn't too big for them. And he brought up the point, it's like, Dan Campbell, very early, he was like, there was a moment in his, where he was like, man, I should not have done that. I should have not tried to take that long field goal, allowed them Minnesota to go win that football game. So there is like a learning process to it. Unfortunately for Eberflus, like this is no longer that time. Like you've been here long enough. But for the quarterback, you have to kind of bake in, there's going to be some, what the heck are we doing? Because he just doesn't know. You know what I mean? Or like he's just in this moment of like, I'm trying to figure it out. It's way too big. There's a lot of things going right for this team. But the unfortunate thing is now I wonder after this is like, defensively, are they going to feel a lot different next time we play them? Because that's the thing that you're concerned about. I understand that, hey, their offensive guy, he's done a great job. He's done a great job kind of dialing this in for the quarterback. And, yeah, he's done a fantastic job. He has good adjustments.
Amazing job. He used so much smarter. They used so much more motion, allowing him like to diagnose like what type of coverage he's got going on. Like you think you would do that stuff for like a rookie quarterback, and Shane Waldron just I don't know what he was doing. Dude. He was doing too much. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, no, he's doing way too much. And yeah, I feel like he's almost in a way simplified it for Caleb. And then Caleb's like they all feel like they're playing fast. I thought Aaron Glenn came out with great answers for it, but it's also they have some dogs too. Like you can really see the weapons. Like there was the 1 3rd and 6, bam, Tyrion gets beat by Rome. Like all right, they have a dude. And, he wasn't consistently dominant, but Keenan Allen's always a problem. And that dude, when he was like their guy at the end, they have guys to find answers to. So it's like they felt like a lot of things were going in the right direction. But I don't want to compare it to the Jets because the Jets are more of a disaster. But it kind of feels like a Jets thing in a sense where it's like, well, how does this now going to look for the rest of the year on defense? Because that's who they are, and you get rid of that guy. And I just wonder as a fan, is that going to look a lot worse now? And if that's the case, this could completely fall. Now, going forward, it could be fine. But for the rest of the year, this could completely go off the rails for them because that's what it is. It's about how they play defense. If that's a problem, go ahead.
I was thinking that the other day. I mean, not the other day, but literally yesterday. I'm like, I think we might blow them out the next time we play them. Just because, maybe Eberflus was, if not the complete defense, he at least knew the philosophies that like helped them have success against Detroit for like the past couple of years. The other thing too was like Thomas Brown. I thought he's been doing a phenomenal job as the offensive coordinator after they fired Shane Waldron. Now you've taken his plate of just being focused like only on the offense. So now he has to take care of everything now. You made him the interim head coach. He can't cook up that offense the same way he was. And by the way, it's also his first time cooking up the offense. Like I think I'm with you. I think it could completely fall off the rails right now after the firing.
Because you wonder a little bit. It's like kind of it was a whole. I understand where Eberflus was at, but it's kind of like when Ben Johnson, kind of became the guy. It was a little bit different, but Dan Campbell took over the head coaching, and he took over the play calling. So it was like a whole different transition. Instead of putting this young guy like, oh, now you're calling plays. We didn't even know who the guy was at that time. It was like, okay, we fired our OC. I
Yeah.
guess head coach is Dan Campbell calling to play. Like, he never let someone kind of take over that entire responsibility. But now for the Bears, yeah, they're going like overboard now, where it's like, now we got to see what this is going to look like. And for the Jets, similar situation. Things have gone downhill big time. Even if there's some life in the offense, it's gone completely downhill because now maybe their best coach, at least for his side of the ball, is gone, and it's a mess.
Yeah, now you're a play caller. Now you're in charge of coming up with the scheme on defense, coming up with the scheme on offense, coming up with the scheme on special teams. Like, you're in charge of everything now. And I think that's a lot to put on a guy's plate that just became a first-time play caller, you know?
Mm-hmm. I'm happy for him, getting the opportunity because that dude's a good coach. You know what I mean? Like, we're seeing it.
I think he's a good offensive coordinator for sure. The numbers are night and day for Caleb Williams.
Right.
It's almost embarrassing for Shane Waldron. How did you not get – I mean, I don't even know. You have three – for sure, 2 number 1 wide receivers, but arguably 3 number 1 wide receivers and a QB1, and you pooped the bed all season. Blows my mind.
Yeah, it was a problem. Some of that's, to your point, back to the Bears fans, some of that's expectations too, because it's like, y'all did, and I was part of it. Like, I thought they'd make the playoffs, but it's like, as you know, when you have a rookie, there's going to be a mess. At some point, it's going to look horrible. And they said during broadcast, this team could be 7-4. They could have been 8-4. They could have found a way to win this football game. But no, man, it's just like that's what it is, man. When you got a rookie quarterback, and now it's like it's rare to see it not turn into this. C.J. Stroud was rare. Jaden Daniels has been rare. But now we're seeing they've lost 3 in a row. I don't know what's going on with Washington. We'll see how that finishes because that could start to go sideways too over there.
Yeah,
you kind of got to bake that in, I guess.
Too. People crown Washington as the second best team in the NFC. I was like, can we relax? It's been like 7 games. Like, let's calm down a little bit. That's still a rookie over there.
Who even knows how that? I mean, I think they'll make the playoffs, but they were like penciled in as like they're getting a wild card. They're gonna for sure get that wild card spot. And now it's like, wait a minute, the Cowboys won 2 in a row. I mean, good Cooper Rush get that team in. I don't know. I'm just saying it's gonna be interesting all of a sudden because they play that team again. They've already beat them once. Easy. I'm just saying, you beat them again. You're a game. Hey, easy. If they beat them again, they would technically, let's just say they play tomorrow and they beat them. They'd be 1 game back with a tiebreaker over them. A couple things go sideways for them. That team could pass them. It's crazy. Nah, the NFL's crazy, man. It's nuts how the NFL takes their dips like that, though, because like as you're watching, you're like, man, the NFL is just like, you think for 1 second you got something here. Everybody's good on Philly, and all of a sudden Philly's the best team in football, I guess. And then you're watching Kansas. Now, Kansas City's been the weirdest team because I don't believe in Kansas City at all. Side note,
I don't know either.
Dude, I was so fired up. They should have lost to the Raiders. I had the Raiders in the game. It was a 13.5 spread, so I was like, the Raiders are going to find a way. And they were right there, bro. They win that garbage. I don't believe in them at all. To me, they feel like the Steelers. And I could be wrong. I understand they did it last year. But they feel like the Steelers, who were really good, great record, and then they completely fall flat. They're not proving anything to me. They're just sneaking by literally everybody. Whatever. You're going to see a playoff team and get smoked. That's how I believe it. The Bills game, they lost by 2 scores.
Was last year like that for them? I'm trying to remember.
They were actually lost a couple games last year.
Yeah, but they actually
their defense isn't as good.
The defense is really good. And that's
their defense is not the
case
same
this year. Yeah,
they're struggling that corner. Now they're reaching again for tackle. We'll see if they figure it out. But I also think some of that is on Mahomes. Like, I'm watching it. Every time he misses Worthy, it's on Worthy, and it's not on Mahomes for just missing the guy. Yeah, do your thing. I'm gonna get these clips going though, just for time reasons here, man, because we gotta get this thing going here. But yeah, the Mahomes thing drives me nuts though, because I'm just watching like, yo, he'll miss passes, 3rd and 2, they take a shot. If that's Goff, that's on Goff. Like, Goff, hey, you had him, you missed him, now we're punting it back. And I'm not saying but that's just how it is for any other quarterback. For Mahomes, well, Worthy, I don't know if he ran the route the right way. It's like, wait a minute, dude. And then I'm watching. At the end of the game, they're like, I know Mahomes was another chance here to go score. It's like, bro, he had his chance. He threw it over the dude's head. And it's just like, bro, it's annoying as heck because that's a game you should lose, and they somehow don't because the Raiders are a bigger disaster. But it drives me nuts because that's one of those games where they were exposed, man. Aiden O'Connell absolutely lit that team up, bro. I don't know why this came in the Chiefs thing. This is on me. He lit that defense up, bro. That boy, 340, 2 touchdowns. He's just dotting that team, man. And they have real problems.
Yesterday? I didn't get to watch because I was at work.
Bro, he was
Why'd they have that game during the middle of the day, by the way? That was weird.
I don't know. It should have been a night game. If you're going to do it on Black Friday, let's go with night football. I don't know. 3 o'clock don't make it. I guess they remember like, hey, this game's terrible. Just make this during the day so everybody has to watch it. But it turned out they should have lost that football game. Okay, I'll start going. A couple things, man. Easy. Coming into this, bro, I thought Ben was on money, but at the same time, Like I know me and you were talking about it. Like, yo, J-Mo got this thing rolling as like, oh, he is going to be the dude, because it did
Yeah.
feel like kind of the training wheels were off. Like, this is the guy. Go beat somebody. You could see early Tyreek Stevenson gets beat by St. Brown. Some of these passes that we had, like this grab specifically, this was like the kind of play that we didn't make in the second half. That to me was the complete difference, because we had a throw like this to Laporta. It was beautiful, and it just kind of bobbled. It was incomplete. Where it's like you make that grab, and we're not punting there. This is the kind of thing where in the first half we just made this play. Very similar. It was a great ball. You know, this is one of my favorite throws. But it's like that was the kind of difference. Where it's like you just left
throw.
that. That was a money throw. You know what I mean? Come on now. He was doing a little dot in there to say
like
we had
15 yards too. Like, come on, who's this guy anymore? That's crazy.
Now he left a couple out there too. Where I'm like, okay. Like the not a best game. And it was like the design was like this, and I get it. He just threw it to the design, but you're kind of like, oh, that other guy was open. Like if he would have just Montgomery. Okay, I don't know the Montgomery one, but wait, what was Montgomery one?
No, I just on that play, Montgomery was open.
Okay. Oh, okay. Wait, this play? Come on, man. What are you talking about? I mean, he threw a dot. What are you talking about?
I know.
This is what. Okay. All right.
That was insane.
Hey,
I just did that.
Okay. I mean, sound like a little bit of hater. It's cool. Hey, here's the thing, though. Well, easy. You just took you took it sideways there. Okay, but let's move on. Jameson Williams, man, early in this game, and this is what I was talking about. Like, Terrell Smith starts coming in. He was playing. Terrell Smith was struggling, too. They just went at him right away. But, like, early in the game, bro, these two going at it, and it was like Tyreek Stevenson struggles with a little bit of speed. And all of a sudden, man, I think J-Mo's expansion of the route tree has been the coolest thing to see, man, because all year you're seeing all these over routes, these in-break routes, like, all right, that makes sense, plays to a skill set. But then they came into a game like this, and they're like, hey, out routes, curls, and this dude's getting open still. It's like, man, he's winning on a lot. Here, like, you completely just created one-on-one, and it's like he's just getting open on these now. J-Mo is like, I think we're seeing it, man. He's taking that next step. I know it wasn't the biggest stat line at the end, but it's still, he became the guy, and we need him to become the guy, which is great.
Yeah, that helps us a lot, too, because typically we operate in the middle of the field, so to have somebody who could do that, like one on the outside consistently and actually catch the ball, and it's been a pleasant surprise.
Hey, how about man, how about Tim Patrick, bro? Like Tim Patrick,
Yeah.
Yo, this dude, he's been perfect.
Yeah,
man.
I've always loved him on a fantasy football bias because I picked him up randomly. I think somebody else had Jerry Jeudy, or I had Jerry Jeudy. I don't know. But I picked up Tim Patrick in a free agency, and dude, he's went on a like touchdown streak. He's a beast. I've always loved Tim Patrick.
Dude, fantastic, bro. And he's like picking up that like whole role that we're like, who's gonna be this guy? But then like, I think in certain ways he might. I don't want to be crazy, but I think with the addition of what J-Mo's now becoming, and it's not fair to do this because in some ways like Josh was kind of. I feel like in a lot of ways Josh was kind of making up for the J-Mo not being there and trying to figure out what this guy's going to, and it's just expanding his role, just outside of just running past people. And then all of a sudden, once he started doing that, now the DJ Chark doesn't really become as necessary because like, well, Jameson's handling this now. And at one point, Chark was kind of, again, filling into some of those spots. But now with Jameson taking his game to where he is and he can go win on the outside and he is more than a vertical threat, all of a sudden a guy like Tim Patrick feels like if you would have put Chark, if you would put Josh, and you'd have put Tim Patrick, and you said, hey, they're all healthy, they're all playing the game. Who's the best fit now with where Jameson's at? You can make a case Tim Patrick makes a lot more sense than anybody else because it's like he's the big body threat over the middle. He fits in perfectly for what those guys would do too. But his run after catch is better than all those other guys. Like as soon as he gets the ball, he's immediately a threat, and the other guys were not like that.
He's a great blocker too.
Yes, I should. Yeah. Fantastic blocker, bro. He's probably better than the other two, to be honest. But the other two would block. I'm not hating on them. They would absolutely block. That's why we loved them. But Tim Patrick is, dude, he like lives for that, bro. He's like lighting dudes up left and right. He smacks dudes as a blocker.
I think it was Dallas where like Goff kind of just threw it up. He just threw up a prayer. And Tim Patrick, he's the only guy on the team with that type of build that could go out there and make that play and make that catch. And I was like, damn. And he did it, by the way, too. Like post injury, post everything else. That's the other cool part too. Is like in Denver, I feel like he had to be like the guy, or at least like one or two guys. I feel like here, obviously, he's more of like a third option, but it allows his body to kind of like be healthy the entire season because he's dealt with these injuries like crazy the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm. And it's cool to see that like a guy like that. He's another one of those dudes. Like we have nailed it in like just unselfishness. Like we have nailed finding those guys a receiver. And if anything, like that's where I would say, well, if there's one thing, JMO, it's like now it's the unselfishness part. And I feel like he's had that in the sense of he's not selfish and like I need the football. Like he'll have those quiet games and it's fine. But it's just like the blocking's had to become. Yeah. Just be a little bit smarter. Like, don't hurt the team, because now we absolutely need you. And it came to that point where it's like, okay, we're not going back to him. We run the ball 3 straight times. Now we're forced to punt. That's where it would have hurt me more than what that drive turned into, because it's like you're watching and you're like, if he's out there, they may throw it down to third down. They may say he might have to go, because immediately from jump, it was like he's 1-on-1, throw it to that guy. And if he's not there and you're like, that might make us run it 3 times rather than trusting to throw it. That's where it would have been like, hey, you're kind of hurting the team a little bit by not getting yourself out there because of what your actions were. That's where the growth needs to be. But Allen Robinson, absolute amazing blocker. And he just keeps going out there and he's not even getting targets. And then Tim Patrick will have games like Houston where he don't throw it at him at all. And he's still delivering. Like we have nailed finding those dudes that don't care about the production at all unless their number's called. And they're still completely ready. Tim Patrick's been incredibly ready. Every time the ball goes his way, he's making a play. Like you pointed out, the big like goal ball we threw to him and he's crazy adjustment. It's like, my goodness, this guy. This guy's insane.
He saved Goff last week. Goff had a little one on the run last week, across the body too. A little.
Oh,
Tim
my
Patrick
goodness.
caught that one for 27 yards.
Somebody called him a civilian, and Jared Goff was like, "Hold up, you didn't know I was scoot Goff." I mean, I'm just saying the national media is about to find out. You know what I mean? You wait till we play the Bills and everybody's watching it. Goff about to take off. It's like, wait a minute, is this scoot? Or is it Josh Allen? Who's the better runner? That question is about to be answered. I'm excited because that's one of the biggest questions I have. I ask myself that every night. Who's the better runner? Josh Allen or Scoot Goff? And now it's like really becoming a debate. People are debating this in the streets and stuff. You know what I mean? So we're about to find out.
Sure about all that, but,
well, it may not have caught to you guys yet, but at some point, Easy, it's going to get to y'all circles, and you guys are going to start having that debate. And I think it's about that time Josh Allen versus Goff, and we're talking MVP, and it's going to be like, wait a minute. This whole thing, we missed it. You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute, who's faster? Who's faster? I mean, hey, who's faster? That's the question, bro. It's crazy. But that's where we're at.
Just a fan. Goff has that white boy wobble.
That's crazy. Hey, Josh Allen got a little bit of that white boy wobble too. You know what I mean? For being real. So I'm just saying this could be a showdown.
Nature.
All right. Well, let's calm down. Okay.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
kind of is.
Well, he is. But I'm just saying that. What does that say about Goff if he's scooting on everybody too? Because now all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute.
The love child of Aaron Rodgers and Ben Roethlisberger.
I can see that. I don't like that you used Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers is kind of annoying, but I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. I understand what you did, but I get it. Josh Allen's a dog, though. No, like for real though, Josh Allen's incredible. He's like, he might be my favorite quarterback to watch when I'm watching the Lions game. Him or honestly Joe Burrow, bro. That dude's incredible too, man. I just feel bad for him. Joe Burrow gives me vibes like where we were at. Where it's like, okay, we can't do anything. Joe Burrow, go do something. And it's like all they do is draft receiver. It really has a feel of what it was with Stafford in the sense of like we're not drafting the right spots at all. And at the same time, we're just putting everything on him. Oh, and we also don't have any kind of defense anymore. You got it. It's like, wait a minute, bro.
No offensive line, no defense, no running game now.
No running game.
Just you and this wide
Chase
receiver.
Brown's the savior. It's like, bro, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And he's out here just dotting, and it's crazy, man. He's incredible.
That's what might happen in Chicago too. Watching that game, watching Caleb get his ass beat, felt reminiscence of Stafford, but he's just a rookie.
Yeah, he'll figure it out. I think he's going to be good, but I think as of now, like year one, it was definitely better to face that guy than having to deal with Fields. Hey, David Long getting early, making plays, man. I like that late adjustment there. Zadarius Smith, Muhammad, both those guys were cooking. I mean, those dudes were working, and Zadarius Smith now has put 3 great games together. I mean, that is looking
great
like
games too. Yeah, like
great games, man. He's
Pro
playing
Bowl
the run.
level. He's playing out of his mind.
Hey, easy. What are we doing? I'm gonna show this play. You just tell me what we're doing here. Yeah, Penei Sewell's fantastic. What is this?
There, they knew that they're buying Goff time for that deep shot.
Oh yeah, it was a complete design. I thought live, like, oh, maybe Goff just felt the rush and he's like, let me get out of there. This is a whole design. Wait a second.
This is a crazy design.
This stuff, bro. The little stuff that they come up with, they're like, all right, this guy's got too much time. Go spend time with your family, Ben.
Play that game one time. I'm sorry.
No, what'd you say?
Did they play fake on that one? I mean, I don't think it. I think it was.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
This is some nasty work, bro.
That's crazy.
Yo, bro,
Do you think
the
it was designed for
preparation.
JMO? I think it was designed for JMO,
You think for JMO? All right, let's take a look.
right? Because
Oh no,
moving his
I felt
tackle.
like JMO was the look off there. To be honest, yeah, I
Oh,
don't think. But I get it because it did look like it had a chance. Like that's the kind of thing that we would do to Kyle Leaf in that pass, like those throwback
yes,
plays.
give him some time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
JMO was the threat, and JMO made it work because Goff could look at JMO, and this guy got pulled out of the play because of that, and it was like he's the threat.
Yeah,
But him being the threat
it's
made
just
it
like
make sense.
his attitude, man.
Hey,
Tosses the ball one time, he has an attitude problem.
cut JMO tomorrow. You know what I mean? Let's send a real message, easy. You know what I'm saying? The league would love to see the message that we would send by cutting him.
The league would love that message.
They would love it. They would love it, man. Like,
We
bro.
won't tolerate this.
Hey, good job, Lions. All right, let's put the claim in right now. And literally every team.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. You know what though? You know what I love, Easy. You know what makes stuff feel real good is when you're watching, and we do this show, and it was great because we did the show together. And the Lions were not only doing what we were talking about, but, bro, this offensive line is ridiculous. I mean, it just is easy. Like, bro, you're like, all right, we can move these guys. And these guys are just crazy. And we talk about Kevin Zeitler. I mean, look at this dude. Kevin Zeitler is like, he is a run blocker. This guy can run block, okay? Sorry we ever questioned if that would be as good as Jonah, because this dude is insane.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? And then Gibbs is ridiculous, too. I mean, this juice is insane. When he hits that, bro.
Would he average 9.7 a carry yesterday?
Insane. He had more yards than, I think he had one more yard than Monty. He had like a third of the carries.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. Gibbs is ridiculous, bro.
Like, to be honest, it might be
home run threat.
Might deserve the lion's share of the carries moving forward.
I'm saying, man, he is turning
I love
into that
Monty,
dude.
but like this kid is special.
And that's not like a Monty's not that dude type of thing. That's just Gibbs is ridiculous. Monty is still that dude. You know what I mean? We have two number ones in the backfield.
It's insane.
That's where
He's top 5 in the league right now, isn't he?
And what? Honestly,
Rushing?
I have no idea. So you about to tell me because I have no idea.
I know. Going into the
rushing?
week, he was 5th.
Okay, that's fantastic. I didn't know that. Top 5 in the league in rushing, and he's literally not a number one. Like not in our backfield. He is completely a 50-50 back.
Inconceivable. Let's see.
This guy. Hey, how about Penny Sewell, chat? I mean, this guy, if anytime we could find things to be like, this guy's fantastic, I just like showing plays like that. Like, this guy is just moving people. And I feel like so many of these kind of go unnoticed. And anytime you can give it some attention, we definitely should.
Rushing yards.
He's 4th and right. That's crazy. No, that's crazy. This is the thing that makes Gibbs special. Easy to me. This one makes it special right here. Because, like, he's, to me, becoming so much more polished on these zone runs where he's, like, willing to be disciplined and kind of press, and he's super active. But when he goes and guys like that can't get a hand on him, like, you would think in this case, oh, he's going to touch. No. It's like, bro, this guy, it's different, man.
He's physical, too. Like, he'll run through a tackle. You know, it's like, yeah. Or even though there was, like, one yesterday where he only got, like, 3-4 yards on it, but he still, like, he had a stiff arm in the backfield.
Yeah. When the one that Skipper actually lost his block, he like still made something out of it. Yeah.
He's just like, he's special. Like again, if he's going to lion share these carries, if he's 4th right now as the second guy, he could be leading the league. Just saying.
100%. I was thinking about that. I'm like, man, if he wasn't in this backfield and he was forced to be the guy, like, look at Swift. He gets every carry now. If he was that. You know, all the Saquon talk, like he would still be there, but like Gibbs would be right in that conversation too. Because we run it enough where he'd be, is this guy the MVP? Like he'd be getting there soon. And I think in time there might be a year down the road, maybe 3-4 years from now, where that's the conversation with Gibbs. I think that's out there, that's potentially could be a thing at some point. Not there yet.
He's in top 3 last year. Top 3 running backs.
You had him in top 3?
Mm-hmm.
Who was the other 2 though?
Top 5 for sure. The 2, Saquon, and who was my 3rd?
While you're figuring out who your 3rd was,
I don't know.
We'll just say it was Derrick Henry. You nailed it. It was Derrick Henry, or it was Josh Jacobs. You're good.
I hate Josh Jacobs, but I have respect for him now. I used to like that part of it.
Yep. Man, going to Green Bay is fantastic. Look at this, bro. Like, this is the stuff that I feel like Ben does that's crazy, but it works every week. Like, when they get these safeties out of there, but it's also because the O-line's so good. Like, no one's missing blocks that just disrupts this. So it's like all of these little like, oh, okay, we're going to have Laporta run the split zone. He cuts him, bam, out of the play. And then Gibbs is like jumping over him. So he has so much awareness of that. But then like every time, and this is the thing. So we're seeing J-Mo's a threat in the pass game. Now we fake an end around to him and eventually we give it to him and he picks up 3 yards and he throws the ball at his face. Maybe we just kept faking it. But but the threat that he used in the pass game, he's also the same threat in the run game. Guys are leaving the box. So all of a sudden, like, you know, and the receivers will step in and block too. Guys are leaving the box, and these cutback lanes are immediately there. And it's fantastic, man. It's beautiful. I don't know what to say. It's beautiful. I miss big boy Snacks Harrison. Hey, DJ Reader's going to work too. DJ Reader's coming to life easy.
DJ Reader. Man, he was a man amongst boys yesterday. Were those backup tackles or guards, or those are their starting guards?
No, Tevin Jenkins was their starter, and he cooked him a couple times. Their right guard is kind of their backup, but they just went to Pryor. He's like, their other guy was terrible. Remember they had Nate Davis, and they're like, okay, we're to them with that. They paid him.
Who's 70? Because that guy was huge.
That's Pryor. Remember before we were doing the pregame, we're like, this guy is Matt. He's like 6'7", 330. Yeah, that's the right guard. He's a giant.
Makes no sense that guy's that guard.
Insane. Yeah, no, it's insane.
He's not athletic enough to be a tackle. I don't even get it.
Probably not, man. Honestly, probably not. You know, you watch some of these plays. Yeah, probably not. You probably couldn't hang.
Yeah.
But I will say, I don't know what happened to Darnell Wright. Did something come out after the game like he was hurt? Like, I don't know. Because he was out at some point in this game. And when Borophil came in, bro, that was a problem. It was a problem. And Za'Darius jumped him one time on the sack, or that was kind of a draw.
Yeah. I didn't even notice. I was watching a couple of replays that he was even out. Because Darnell Wright's actually pretty good.
Very good. And it was like, well, I don't know what's going on. But we did also beat their left tackle, too, which was nice. We got some wins on their left tackle, too. Here's the big thing for me, though. It was the Aaron Glenn, like, this is the thing that I think needs to get the credit for Glenn. Glenn will come into a game and not be himself in games like this for the team. Like, now, he'll be himself in the fact that someone brought up earlier. He'll never run a spy, and that's just whatever. Okay, we're not doing it. Like, he's hard-headed there. The zone, man, like third down, he is a man. He's a man guy. Like, and here it's 3rd and 14.
He's a man guy.
He's a man guy. He's a man's man, but he's like, I'm playing zone. Forget that. And the crazy thing is, like, he just stopped blitzing in the first half. He's like, yep, we're just not going to do it. I'm going to play a lot more of a free defender underneath so I can take away that little check down that you want, Caleb. And it was fantastic because, you know, like we were talking about, like they'll have something they'll want to get to. And then immediately you have like some goofy check down on the backside. And him leaving that one free defender, there was one play that I didn't like, and I'll show you later. There was one play call that I did not like at all from Aaron Glenn, and I was like, we shouldn't have done that, and it gave a huge play. But outside of that, like his willingness to just be completely different is fantastic. And I thought the amount of times that, look, first off, side note, Amik Robertson, over these last few weeks, has turned into an absolute dog for us, in my opinion, because not only are we like playing him at safety spots, and, you know, Brian Branch is incredible. We'll show that too, what he's capable, but Amik has such a feel right now at that slot position where I don't think he's the same guy that we saw in camp. Where we're like, oh, who's the guy? Is it Mosley's him? This dude looks like a slot corner. He looks super natural in that spot. I feel like he's grown so much in that role. But plays like this where we're showing, man, you know, we just go cover 3, Kirby's, you know, disguising it. And all of a sudden, like when they have a setup for that, it's just not there. Amik gets underneath the one. There's nothing there, man. And also, Za'Darius Smith, bro. You know, he's a little bit of a problem. Yeah. I feel like some of this looks like Aiden Hutchinson.
It does. But he's on interior. We talked about it on what, Friday, you and I? Like the third down specialist he is. Like you put him in the interior and he owns guards. Whether it's with his hands or now these spin moves he's pulling out.
And that was, I mean, Tevin Jenkins has been good at guard. You know, that was on Tevin. He's been really good. It looks like he still needs, I don't know who he's talking about here, but I would say that, Hutchinson. There was a play in this game, Easy, and I know that you were watching because you were seeing these things. Like, the defensive line looked just completely dead. I mean, there was like a point in there where it was like, they're just tired. Like, there was a play where Caleb took off, and the interior defensive line, like, I felt bad for him. Like, maybe they were eating too much, you know what I'm saying? Like, before Thanksgiving, I don't know. But there's like, Caleb took off, and as soon as the play was snapped, it was like, it's not a run. They're just like, all right. They just stood there and did nothing. I was like, okay, these 300, and I felt bad because then Caleb took off and Reader tried to chase him, but for about the first 3 seconds of that play, Reader's just, I'm not doing nothing. Both defense staff was like, you guys got it.
After Josh Pascal, I don't want Reader chasing him. I was like, don't don't chase him. You're not catching him. Like, let somebody else do
It's
that.
true. No, that's true. That's true. He was, he's giving effort, but for about the first half of that play, he's like, okay, we're not doing anything. We're tired. You guys got
I didn't want that.
I love it though, man. Those guys, they give crazy effort. These stretch runs so easy. We were gashing them on these. I know that we talked about these, and because we're like, we can get to their linebackers. And this was the guy for me. It was Walker. Dan Skipper, man. Dan freaking Skipper. Dude, he was really good. Like, you kind of forgot that Decker wasn't playing. There was like 2 or 3 plays where you noticed him. A couple pass rush plays. We didn't have the best pass rushers. And there was like the one run play where he missed the block. But outside of that, like this was one of those plays the guy I put in here. He's working on Walker, who's a nice DN. And we're doing these stretch runs. We're handling Dexter in the inside. We're handling these interior guys, and we're, right this. I mean, we're just completely resetting in front of dudes. But watch Skipper, man. He runs this dude to the ground. Come on, bro. Now, he looks a little bit weird doing it because he's 8 foot tall, so it looks kind of strange. It's always weird watching Skipper block because it feels like he's like doing this all the time because he can't like, because they're always like so low, so he's like kind of grabbing him like that. It's like, I don't know how he's blocking a guy like that. But hey, Skipper's handling business there.
He's just so big and massive. You can't even like. You can't run through that.
No. Hey, I don't want to go here, but there was I don't know how old Skipper is. There was a point though, Easy, where I'm watching. I'm like, could Skipper be the future? I don't want to go there, but hey, I mean, Easy,
relax.
Give it some time. But I'm being honest. He's 30. All right, he's not the future. He's probably still great. But it got to a point. I know, but it got to a point, Easy, where I'm like, man, he's and here's the reason. It's not because it's like he was that good where he's perfect, but it's the reason of he's gotten so much better. Like he's okay. But he's a great swing tackle, I'll say that. This guy has gotten so much better. He is not the same player. He's playing different spots. He's tried guard for us, and it's just he's a completely different plair at this point. He's got so much better
in run blocking than his pass blocking. But like again, that build that's what we're calling for Friday. Run the ball, because if you got a big body like that, he'll for sure be able to run block. Pass block, you can get caught up.
You need a little help, and that's okay. So I should calm down. He's a great backup tackle though. He's great. And I've questioned it for years with Brad. I'm like, bro, what are we doing? Let's go get a backup tackle. And Nelson leaves. Like, nope, we're not gonna go get one. It's like, okay, Skipper's played a little bit, but not that much. And look, man, he's very solid. He's absolutely.
I love our jerseys.
You like the jerseys?
Yeah.
The jerseys are ugly. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't
really.
Easy. What are we wearing?
Are you messing around?
I'm just trying to figure it out. I was a little bit disappointed, Easy. No, I'm a little bit disappointed. We have these old school Thanksgivings where it's like, oh, okay, we got no logos, nothing, and we wore these. I like them too, but I'm just like, come on, man. There's no. What are we doing? What are we doing? All right, let's bring the old school ones out. I feel like we were a little bit basic with these. I was a little disappointed. We were a little bit basic.
The old schools are basic.
Well, they are very basic. They are definitely basic.
Yeah, just basically.
Basic, but
I'm just
I like
those one in these ones. Otherwise, people like you are gonna cry. Like, where's the old schools? I'm like, come on.
Oh my goodness, here we go. I have a right to cry about that. Hey, Tim Patrick though. Tim Patrick was cooking. Like I said, hey, Terrell Smith is in now, so they were done. They're like, yo, Tyree Stevenson's getting worked. Let's put the other guy in, both from the same draft class. And I'm watching Patrick on these routes, man. That's a clean route. That's a real clean route that he was running. I love the way that they were also threatening the middle. They had like these mesh set up. They were doing everything to pull these backers downhill. They were doing a great job with it. I mean, this time we lost the block too. But I think I showed from the other end. Maybe I didn't.
We don't plow through the linebackers and cornerbacks, Chicago.
They're cheaters. They're cheaters. No, they really are. They were just running into our dudes left and right. It's crazy. They were getting away with that. But these are the things that I was loving from Glenn, because like here, typically he would blitz. So this was a 2nd and 6. A lot of times he likes to blitz, but he's leaving extra guys. He's only bringing 4. He's leaving extra guys in coverage, and now on the backside, Amik went, and that was that Amik. Who was this? David Long. He went, and that was cool because it was linebacker. But this is also what we told. Like, they don't have a lot of route concepts on a lot of these plays. They have 2 guys going out for a route. So instead of coming in with like the mindset, we're going 1-on-1 everywhere, blitz. Instead of doing that, I feel like that plays into their hands as an offense, because they don't have enough route concepts where it's like, well, if we Leave it 1-0. Like, it doesn't do you any good just blitzing everybody because they're going to have a ton of guys in pass protection anyways. Now, if your guy stays in and he doesn't go anywhere and that's your guy, fine, go. But leaving 2 guys in coverage, it allowed us to bracket this in. Tyrion should have had a pick. Outside, inside, outside, inside. There's nowhere to throw on these. And Tyrion should have had a pick because of that because he's able to just sit outside of the guy. I love that from Aaron Glenn. I think they said he blitzed 20% of the time. I don't know if that was true or not. I think that's what they said in the first half. That was great. This is another one. We don't do this either a lot easy, but like we're back to these disguises, and obviously we're taking these route concepts. I think this is Amik Robertson I wanted to show here. I think Amik was thrown at right here. Okay, yeah, no, it wasn't Amik that I wanted to show. Wait, where is Amik at? Oh, he's playing middle of the field. That's why. But we're able to disguise all these things, and again, third down lines are typically a man team. They're going to like these straight cover 2 looks, man, which they usually don't do. But it's just for this team in particular. I feel like every week over the last like 3 or 4 weeks, we've had specific coverage schemes for different teams. And this week was like cover 2, man. We don't do that much. Teams don't usually do that, but we did that. And they just didn't have answers on a lot of these setups because of what we were doing. And the success came from stuff like that. Now, he missed there, but it came from completely broken plays because we took away what they were trying to get to because we had something different that we don't do weekly. It's like a tendency breaker for Aaron Glenn. It's just not something we normally do, and we're going to try something different. If we win a Super Bowl this year, I want to read this. Skipper was okay, but
I don't want Frank to retire, but I'd be happy for him.
He's going through, man.
Frank is a cyborg.
He is, bro. But honestly, I feel like a lot of that talk's kind of died off. Like, I don't know if it's going to happen. I hope it doesn't happen either. But I feel like a lot of that talk's died off. Have you heard anything on that? I mean, I remember coming into the year, it was like, oh, he might retire.
I don't think he would in season,
Right. But I just like, I've heard nothing about it, and I'm hoping that it kind of just like goes away, and it's like, oh no, he's good. Frank's okay. But I'm easy. These stretch runs were killing him, bro. Sewell gets up there. Who else was?
Good Frank right here. Oh, where you go? Where you go?
They changed their front though, easy. Like they started doing this stuff. They started putting both their D tackles in the A gap. And it was great because, like, as soon as they did that, the stretch runs were even better, I felt like, because then both linebackers had to fill the B gaps. So they started, like, doubling the A gap to stop the run, and it still wasn't working. But this is where Gibbs is special, though, because we have the play fake, and he's coming too wide. Like, you got to get flat to the line. I'm watching it like, this guy is way too wide. I don't know who 55 is. He's too far out here. You're giving yourself no chance against Gibbs. Now, Monty, maybe. But that's the guy, because he's free on the play. We block it up well. Sewell gets to the linebacker. But this is where Gibbs is different, because, like, he doesn't have a chance here. He hits that so fast, he should touch him. He doesn't have a chance. Because Goff isn't like a big he'll boot out of this, so maybe that's the thing you got to worry about. But he still should be coming flat. But still, with that said, like Gibbs is hitting that so fast, it's just, you can't even slow him down. Can't slow him down, man. Crazy. This was the best throwaway of all time. I'm going to be honest. This is Goff's best throwaway I've ever seen. That's why I put it in here. Easy. Let's give a clap. This is nice. He threw it out of bounds. Easy, I'm watching this.
Oh, that was good. That was a good one. I know what you're talking about. The Chicago guy caught it.
Yeah, on the sideline. Like, easy.
Yeah.
I didn't think he'd be able to throw this out of bounds from here. He got this out of bounds.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Hey, didn't look like a civilian to me. It looked like a little bit of superhero.
Showing some arm strength.
That's fantastic, man. I love it. Yeah, Muhammad was going crazy. I had to put Muhammad in here. This was, I don't know what the tackle's doing, but he runs him over.
Yeah, you can't put your feet together. It's a cardinal sin.
The tackle is this was a disaster.
The way he goes down. Can you put us over here so the people can see this thing?
Yeah. This is one of the worst pass sets I've ever seen. I'll be honest with you.
Look at number 70.
The left tackle, Braxton Jones. Oh my gosh. I mean, it didn't take much, but I'll give Muhammad the credit, bro, because this dude he's a little bit deceptive, man. You know what I mean? But this was a horrible. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. I don't know what that was. I don't even know where I'm at my plays now. So I'm just running through them until I see something I kind of remember. Oh yeah, Amik. This is why I like Amik. Easy, man, bro. This dude is on it.
I was surprised you said what you said.
What?
Keenan Allen was with that one little.
I'll show that play. I'll show that play. Because this is where I got to give their OC credit though. The design of that was fantastic for what we were doing. He saw what we were in. His design to get him like Amik still got cooked, no doubt. But the design to take away the help was really good. I'll get to that. Like I think it's coming up soon here. But like, bro, Amik in depth in zone like this, because this was their thing, man. Like, there's not a lot of deep concepts with them. They're running a mesh, and then they have like the sail set up here. There's nothing really deep with what they're doing, but Amik getting underneath the one, he becomes the one in the play, but him getting underneath in zone coverage, man. I'm telling you, man, Amik's kind of taken off a little bit, because I think at the beginning of the year it was more about the effort, the hits. He was physical, but he wasn't like an elite coverage piece. I think especially in a game like this where we like leaned a little bit more zone, we started to see what he was truly capable of, like how he was hitting like really good spots for us. And I think this game kind of showed it off. And then here, Khalil Dorsey, and this is what I'm talking about. Amik's playing safety rules. This is what a safety typically does. He's playing like a safety in spots like this. Crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, like here, I think we went quarters here. And, this is where you would normally have a safety. Nope, Amik's doing it because we're able to disguise out of these things. So now Dorsey does really good with vertical routes. He's always good with those. I don't know why. NFC race a lot harder than – this is the best division of all time. It is, and I hate it, man, because I was rooting for the Dolphins big time, but they cooked the Dolphins.
Dude.
They cooked them.
I don't understand.
Yeah, what's up?
Like, Mike McDaniels is falling in love with freaking Jonnu Smith and, like, stop the deep shots to Tyreek. They only do, like, the middle of the field stuff anymore. I don't even know what it is anymore. Like, in the cold.
Whoa. Dude,
I don't know.
What was
The
happening in
Miami
that
game
first
was weird.
half? I saw the
What'd you
second half. Like, how do you guys not have points? The second half, they looked okay.
Yeah.
It's like, what were you guys doing in the first half?
This
Why did you
play
not have
goes
any
weird,
points?
like, I don't even know. He's too in love with Jonnu Smith. I'm sorry, that's Dolphins.
Well,
We're talking
10 receptions in that game, and there's like they did nothing. I don't know why I keep clicking backwards.
Dude, they only so they do like these. It's not even like a mesh. Well, no, it is a mesh, but like they run a mesh. It's either to Jalen Waddle or Jonnu Smith, and I feel like it's the same thing every single play. But it's like, okay, and I get moving the ball methodically, whatever. But it's like, I don't know. It's not nearly as explosive as an offense as it was a year ago, even.
Yeah,
it blows my mind a little bit because they were a really good offense a year ago. I don't know.
it's crazy. No, it's
And I
crazy,
feel like
man.
you're just going to wear your receivers down, all your guys down throughout the game, just doing that nonstop, spamming it.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. We're not the Dolphins. Here's what we need to realize. We can't watch other games and look at like, oh, the Vikings look good, and be like, oh, that's going to be tough now. They're not us. They just be real.
They're not like us.
Yeah, Kendrick would approve of what I'm saying right now. There is a gap. I'm telling you, we are the best team in football. So when we see other teams do well, we got to understand that there's a gap here. There's a reason they look like they do against us, because there's levels to this thing, and Lions are on another level than the Miami Dolphins. Sorry, TD, they're just not the same. Dolphins are cool. They're a fun story. Oh, they're interesting. They beat some terrible teams. They can't beat anybody when it's under 55 degrees for some reason. That's not like us. We go to Green Bay. Everybody wants to talk about Goff's hands. Jordan Love's hands were shrunk overnight. And I'm going to be honest with you. Because that came in with a 6-inch hand, man. That dude couldn't catch a dang snap. Neither could the receivers. Maybe their hands got small too. I don't know. This is what I like what we're okay, he's still cooking. I see you, Easy. Just let him cook. No, you're good. I was going to let you just do your thing. I shouldn't have said nothing. Easy, we were doing this like because Chicago wasn't terrible running the football. I'll give them some credit. They weren't terrible. But like we would come out like here, like in base, they have one tight end. We're in a base package defensively. You know what I mean? So we don't have our normal slot to match up with their receiver. But this is what makes Branch special. Like these are the kind of things we're talking defense player of the year that needs to be shown to whoever the heck votes for this. Show them things like this. You should not be able to put your safety on Keenan Allen and be like, that's fine. You should have to match this. We don't have to match it. We're able to just put big bodies in there because we're going to stop the run, and we'll just have Branch play your slot receiver. And we're perfectly fine with doing that. I don't know if this is the best coverage rep necessarily, but it was like, hey, we can do that. And it was pretty darn good. Holy, it was actually pretty darn good. I kind of forgot what happened. Nobody. We got sacked. Couldn't go to anybody. Yeah, Branch would have picked that. If he throws it, he picks this. He jumps right underneath it right here. Bam. I mean, this is good coverage pretty much across the board, but come on, man. Like you shouldn't be able to do stuff like that. And then this is
Kendall Vildor on Twitter. She's driving me nuts.
Well, they were cooking him?
Yeah. I don't even understand it. He got 2 catches were made on him the entire game, and people were trying to shine Kendall. What are you guys watching? I feel like people just have these narratives and and they just you couldn't after that game bitch about Kendall Vildor and then tell me you watched the game. Blows my mind. Oh, you want to talk
Say it
narratives?
again. Say it again for the people in the back. Easy. Tell them. Tell it again.
You cannot
Yeah.
go on Twitter and bitch about Kendall Vildor and then claim that you watched that game. Insanity. He allowed 2 receptions. One of them was a screen, which he was on right away, went for 0 yards. And the other one was just in the outside, and that was the 14-yard reception. The only ones of the day, by the way. And somehow people were like, "Get this guy out of the game." What are you watching? Like, you were exposing your knowledge. You sound like so stupid. You make yourself look dumb. And then they double down on it. Whoa, you're not watching the game. No, you're not watching the game. What are you like? That blew my mind. And it was all over Twitter during the game.
Yeah.
Pissed me off, honestly.
Bro, I love it, bro.
Just say stuff. It pisses me off. Yeah.
Yo,
one guy in our chat kind of trying to poo-poo on Za'Darius. Called him a jag.
What?
But to be fair, that person, and I love everyone who watches, supports us. Okay. Thanksgiving just happened. I'm thankful for all you guys. And everybody has bad sports takes. Like, it's going to happen once. That's one of the worst takes. And this guy pumps him out like a fucking conveyor belt, to be honest with you. Like the Henry Ford invented the freaking I don't even know, grind line time. I don't fucking know, but that's how this guy is with his opinions. Just they keep coming out. They're bad. Terrible. They're very bad.
That's unfortunate.
The Vilder hate was carried over from the previous game. Yes, I agree.
It's bro. But easy, bro. This was not the game that he was going to get torched in, because that's not the Bears' offense. Like, they weren't going to pick on him left and right. And I think the zone probably helped him a little bit too. But, bro, Vildor was good. Vildor was good in this game. And I think, like, you know, we were saying it last time. Like, you just have to come with expectation. Dude is a backup cornerback. That's just what it is. It's fine. He's a backup. But for a backup cornerback, looked pretty darn good in this game. And I think that I love that you brought up the screen, because that's like his strength. He's good at doing things like that. And he shut it down. That's what you have to do well, because that's what you do well. And he did a good job. To be honest, if we want to point out Vildor, we should point out Terran Arnold for getting beat, not coming up with an interception. Like, Terran wasn't perfect. He's really good, but he wasn't perfect. Amik Robertson, you point out, he got cooked on a touchdown. Brian Branch got absolutely cooked by DJ Moore on a 30-yard touchdown.
Yeah, he did.
Absolutely cooked. He's good. He's very good. But it's like, that's their entire receiving core. It's very good. They have a really good receiving core.
Caleb too, little touchy out of that one.
Yeah, no, I thought when he let it go, I was like, oh, he's gonna miss that. He threw that kind of weird, and he put it right on.
Yeah, I think he meant for it to fall like the way it did, and I was like, oh, that's kind of. Dude, there's one throw he had to Keenan Allen. I think the one Keenan caught on his knees, where he just fucking lasered it in. I don't know. He was.
Wait, that was his last play. Was that not his last play?
Yeah. Is this it? Yeah. That one. Yeah, that throw was nuts.
Yeah, and this is, but real quick, like, this is the thing that'll get you in trouble. With zone coverage, obviously, because the play just extends too long, and that was the big thing. Like, there was a couple times we had chances, a couple times we didn't. We just didn't contain it that well. Here, Aleem and Zarius Smith got caught on each other stunting here, so no one got out to contain this. But like, if you're gonna go cover 3, there's a window behind it eventually, and you can see the window. I just would have liked to see. I think Kirby thought that he could get there faster than he could. And Caleb made a ridiculous throw, and he didn't get there and make the play. Because I think Kirby was, because he takes off right here. Kirby sees it, he takes off, and Kirby was kind of jogging, pacing a little bit. I think he thought right here he was going to bait that and pick that thing, and he made a great throw, and he couldn't get there as fast as he could. Yeah, I think that's what that was.
Is this it from the other angle?
Yeah. Nasty. He ripped that thing though. Hold up. I'm just showing that we got stuck on the stunt here. And by the way, this should be holding. I mean, just straight up, this should be holding. I don't know what this is.
They're dancing at prom night.
Bro, what are we talking about? This isn't holding?
Night, dumpster baby.
I can see his jersey coming off. He's taking his jersey off. And, bro, that's after the game, not during the game.
You should put on a condom next time you touch one like that, sir. That's what they're saying in the film room right now.
Yo, that's what we said in our film room. I don't know if oh, man, bro. Okay.
Jenkins, next time you touch someone like that, you better wear a condom, son. That's what they call it,
bro. Hey, they should have threw something, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is the kind of thing that becomes unfortunate though, because St. Brown's wide open. the design made sense. It's just that the defenders messed it up. So St. Brown got open and Gibbs didn't. Like, he had JMO, and now at this point, you're thinking, okay, he's going to switch it. Someone's got to carry Gibbs. He's got Gibbs, right? The safety does. So now it's like, all right, he's going to take Saint. Kyler Gordon didn't take Saint, so Saint gets left uncovered. So Goff's waiting for this to set up. It was a cool route concept. Like, we're both going to drag him, but then hold up. Here comes back Gibbs. So Gibbs actually has a guy standing there waiting for him, which shouldn't have been there, but he was, and they stopped that one. But there was the horse collar. He cheated, though, so it worked out. It was fine. We still did what we had to do. Graham Glasgow doing work here. I was trying to fly through the Graham Glasgow doing work here, man. I love that. The backside's handled pretty well here, too. But, like, here he goes up to find a backer. Instead finds the DT. Bam. Lights him up, takes him out of the play. But everybody's like, nobody's losing their blocks. Everybody's playing someone downhill. Everybody's getting hands on somebody. Monty was going to work, though, easy. He was doing, my goodness, man. As good as Gibbs was, he was fantastic. But Monty was also doing work. He's been doing this for all season long. I understood why they led on him, though. Because honestly, Easy, would you have done the same thing? Like, hey, this is your former team. We're going to give you a ton of carries. Just to expect that Monty's going to go crazy.
I think because they're all former players for the most part, they know that feeling. You're going up against your former team, like the get back, or like just the feeling of not being good enough despite playing through injury, busting your ass in the off season, in season, rehabbing your body to be available for those games. So they understand like the get back part of it, and I think that's why they try to give them those opportunities. Because same thing too when like the former players, the staff. They always try to get these guys their bonuses, performance bonuses come into the year. They always try to get these guys, to break records, to give you every opportunity to do, whatever it is. And yeah, I think they were definitely trying to get Monty the ball a little bit more because it's against Chicago.
That's a great point. So this is kind of the second half here. We'll fly through. I don't have a ton of clips, but here's my take. I don't think they did anything to kill our offense in the second half. I don't think they did literally anything. I think we had limited possessions. I think we just left our opportunities. Laporta catches that pass. That drive continues. It's a big play. We're in the spot to score. Even going into half, Gibbs fumbles. We had the flag that backed us up. That forced take a field goal. We missed a field goal. Then our other possession, we had 3 straight plays, ran it 3 straight times. Jamo wasn't out there. I don't know if they tried to throw it if he's out there. That was the one time where it was like, all right, didn't get any movement on the interior. We have to punt. So I don't think they really did much. We just didn't have a lot of possessions because of how the game was rolling. And if that's the case, and you have a first half where you're making those plays, that's why I showed the Saint want to start. And then the second half where you're not making those plays, you're not coming away with points. So and then on the flip side of things, Caleb Williams, I don't think we had a lot of differences. Go ahead. Did you find something you're gonna say?
No, I was waving off the Ken. Sorry.
Oh, what did Ken say?
So sorry.
We benched. Oh, yeah. Look, bro. I don't think they did anything special. Now I will say this was one of their big plays in the second half, and this was one where I don't think we ever had anybody actually matched up on the running back, which is kind of a problem. Like Branch has the tight end. We're going, man. We're blitzing here. We got a little aggressive in the second half, and I thought, like, okay, maybe one of the backers, they're both going to blitz, had him, and then they didn't. They just, like, immediately rushed. So I don't know who's actually matched up on the back because you see Amik follows Rome, and I was thinking, well, maybe Branch should have. Well, Branch had the tight end. So I don't think anybody actually matched up on Swift, which is usually going to be a problem. Maybe with the run fake, they're like, oh, we're fine blitzing. And that's why this happened. Za'Darius should have made the tackle, but it was like, okay, nobody actually matched up on the running back, so Swift went for like 30 yards. That was one of their biggest plays in the second half. It was kind of our own doing with a lot of the plays that didn't happen or did happen was more so on us. But this was the one, Easy. This is a good design. This was the Meek. Meek got cooked, no doubt. Meek got cooked, okay? He had like that whip route, but he kind of you know what I'm saying? He did do some work. But watch what they do here. Because this is how we always play in the red zone. Safety plays on top of the number 3 here with the linebacker. So if he goes vertical, Jack can pass it off and drop back down and be the underneath defender. But watch how he runs this, man. He kind of takes Jack with him because he shows like an out route right here, but then he kind of runs like a stick nod. So it's like, all right, Jack's going to dive on it. Now Branch is the free defender. But then he kind of like holds with him a little bit and then pushes him out of the play. So now he never really passes him to Branch. So now they're kind of both covering the same guy. And that's why this zone is completely vacated here. So now when he beats Amik, there's no help. And Jack is completely locked on with the number 3 now. And he walks to the end zone. So they took away our help. That was a cool design because that's what we play down there. And it was like, all right, it was a little, they were a little sticky with the routes, but we stopped the 2-point conversion. Amik Robertson, bro. You know what it is, Easy. Actually, you sent that to me. Shout out to Easy. Easy caught that one. But Amik Robertson, bro. Amik Robertson cooked here. This is this is what I'm talking about. Amik Robertson, I think, has been maybe our best communicator in coverage in the back end. I think that's why he's been so good for us and why his zone showed up so well, because he passes things off. He sees it all. And like here, they run kind of like this return, and he's trying to get this to Keenan. You're thinking, okay, they're going to switch this off. They might make a mistake here and get this open. Amik steps down right on top of it. Boom, takes that away. And now nothing else. We're going to cover one. We got the free defender, not blitzing again. And there's nothing else open here. Good coverage everywhere else. But Amik Robertson took away the 2-point, and that was actually ended up being huge because they get that. I mean, this could be a completely different game. But this was the second half. It was a great play design. It was, again, back to cover 3. I think, wait, hold up. This wasn't even cover 3. I lied. I don't know what this was. I have it on my notes somewhere. Whatever it was. I think it was cover 1, actually. Point is, he had him, and he just didn't catch this one. That was the difference. St. Brown makes the catch in the first half. He doesn't make the catch in the second half. So now you don't get that big play. And then you come back on a third down, and you're like, all right, we got him pressed up. It was tough. It was tough. And I'm not mad at Laporta. Like, Laporta literally had it, got both feet down, and then it just, like, it kind of, like, came in and out of his hands. It's like, all right, I'm not mad at him for that. It was actually more this one, because this where Saint and Goff are typically on the same page, and it so happens that on the third down, when they get a one-on-one with the press, and here's the issue. It was just not on the same page. Saint plays the back shoulder. Goff throws like the little lob, which we see them do this all the time. So I understood why he threw it like over top, because we run this all the time. It's like the quick 3-step. He just puts it up. Goff never actually even looks at St. Brown before he throws it, because he's just watching the safety. So when he throws this, like right here, he's thinking I'm putting it over top. And then Saint, like when he turns around, he feels the corners on top of him, so he runs it back shoulder kind of. That's all that was, man. Just like two guys not being on the same page, which usually doesn't happen. And, I don't. This was one of those weird ones, though. I don't know why he didn't throw this, but this is why I want to show what the impact was. Aaron Glenn leaving an underneath defender as that rat defender was massive because of all the checkdowns. They're not blitzing, and usually he likes to blitz. Him leaving this guy was huge because they run a concept. If he doesn't throw it, he has a whip route as the check down. You can watch our live stream with Easy. We showed that. And when he comes back, our linebacker's able to stand in the way so he can't throw it. But that being said, Easy, I don't know why he didn't throw this. Like, he had Terrion right here. I think he was looking for the goal ball, but he didn't throw this. He definitely should have. Definitely should have. What did you say?
He's a home run hunter.
You know what that means.
Interceptions, sacks, wins for the Detroit Lions.
Okay. I didn't know what it meant, so I was asking you.
He's always going for the home run ball. He's always going for the big play. Versus taking the golf balls that are just there.
Hey, honestly, man, Caleb Williams, not a great passer right now. Not a great passer. Super good arm. Not a great passer, though. And that's the next step for him. Tim Patrick's a dog, though. And, bro, the setups of these were fantastic. Like, we get them in a cover 3 here. And I think the Lions, what they did so well that kind of will get overlooked because we didn't really score in the second half, was 3 of our second half possessions all started with big play action passes. This one was the first play of the possession. And that's because I think what the Lions, people say get away from the run. I think the Lions going play action 3 straight times on all first downs was because they knew that if they did it on first down, they were likely to get cover 3 and they would have a beater for it. Versus, we showed that graphic. As soon as they came second down or third down, they had tons of variety. So they would mix everything up on you. And I think for us, they did a lot of one-man coverage and blitzed. But they were able to simplify all that variety by just throwing it on first down. And they constantly, it was Brock Wright, and they constantly found answers. And one of them was actually man, but they constantly found answers because of that. And it was just like Tim Patrick's just doing work here right after the catch. That transition is so fast.
Yeah, he did.
Catch the run.
He did it last week too on that one little 21-yard it was a 21-yard catch, I think, and then he took it like 7 more yards.
You brought up the Colts one. Broken play. Even the dig route that he caught, the big first down, he made like 10 yards, 15 yards after the catch. Yeah, Hey, Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell's own coverage. Easy, watch this. Watch him find this. So again, it's the same kind of look here. You pass it off here to the safety. But look at the because I think we're in palms here. But I think the big thing is watch Jack. He gets underneath the route right here, and he takes away the passing window. Now, tied to that with pressure, it works really well. But he kind of steps in the way, and he misses the throw because of that. So I like Jack Campbell. I think he's growing there. But yeah, then Branch got cooked. That's why we gave a touchdown. It was third down. Branch got cooked. It happens. You know what I mean? Yeah. It happens. To the best of them. But he got cooked. Keep it straightforward. That's what it was, man. It's all right.
Keep it a book.
Keep it a book. He got cooked. We're about done with the clips, so I'm trying to push these quick here. Where are we at? Yeah, this was kind of the same thing. So these were the 2 plays. I didn't like this. This was their last possession, I think. I think it was their last possession. I didn't like this easy. This play I liked. We left a free defender underneath, right? We left the free defender right here. We dropped him out. We played cover 1 with the rat. I like that because we're not technically blitzing. Now we can blitz if he stays in, so that's fine. But regardless, you leave a free underneath defender. So now again, same concept. It's like the Ohio concept. Go route, out route. But this one is actually covered really well by Terrion. He's stuck on this. Amik again covers it really well on the go ball. So now he comes back to the check down, but you have a free defender to sit there and find it. And hey, Vildor, why didn't he throw it? Because of Kendall Vildor? That's why. Hey, shout to Vildor. Kinda. Not great, but kinda. You know what I mean? So he missed it. But this is why I didn't like. We had him 3rd down, and it's like, that they're going to run pick plays because we already saw it. And he blitzed everybody. I'm like, no. Hey, they did a good job. This was the one time he didn't actually run into our defender directly, so it made it happen. It was like 24 yards. But it's Komet. Why? Easy, bro. I don't know. Sitting there, like, bro, don't blitz him. Don't bring everybody. He brings everybody. And it's like, no, dude, don't bring everybody. And we kind of bailed him out, man. They got 20 yards on that play. Bailed him out. We had him. I feel like you have to make Caleb work for it. You can't just give Caleb, you can't just hand it to him because he's going to make the throw. But if you make him work for it, you have a chance. And on 3rd down, we didn't make him work for it. We just gave it to him. That was frustrating. That was a little frustrating. But again, bro, we were disguising the heck out of things. Here, we're showing man even motion with it with the safety. All of a sudden, you go Tampa 2 defense. The disguises were on point for.
That's
and
crazy.
Again, who is this? Muhammad. That's who it is. Hey, Muhammad did work, bro. He was on this dude's neck, and he came up with the sack.
Can't believe there was a flag there.
Telling me. Tell me. I don't understand how that's not a flag. Man, completely hooked him. Is it?
Yeah,
I'm glad he sacked him because it definitely should have been a flag. But with them disguising it again,
the refs tried giving them the game, or at least tried giving them to get it overtime for sure.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that DPI at the end, I'm gonna show it. Disaster. But anyway, like this was like they scored on that scissors concept. This is a great concept. Shout to them, right? They kind of post corner, scored the touchdown, was like 30 yards out. But now when you dropped, you show man Tampa 2, he can drift underneath. You took away their answers. So Caleb's got nowhere to go with the football again. Like that, now he has to create a broken play. And whenever you're getting pressure, like it became a problem. I didn't like this. This is going to be one of the issues, though. I didn't think Malcolm played that great as the Sam backer in this game, to be honest, like he did last week. But it stinks that we don't have him now because of the injury. Finding who's that guy, I think Trevor is actually going to do pretty well. He's going to have to because he's our guy now. That move right after, keeping a roster spot to go get Trevor Nowaski is going to prove to be one of the most important moves of the offseason or of the season for the Lions because he's going to be forced to play a lot for us, and he's going to be a dog. This one we overloaded, and Ben Neiman, bro, you got to fill this B, bro. There's nobody there. You got to fill it, and he does way too late. You let Jenkins gets up to him and get a hands on him, and bam, he pops a big run. You got to kind of be a little aware, I think, of the situation there. And then this was the bailout call. This is the bailout call, man. This was 4th and 14. They ran the pick play before, so they're cheating again. And this is a complete bailout call, in my opinion. I thought this was whack. But we put, again, branch on man coverage here, get him out of the pocket, and they call this PI. Now, when I first saw it, I thought maybe, but I think he just stumbled. Because, he gives up on the play. Caleb throws it. The guy's not even working back to the ball. And here, I think he kind of stumbles, and they throw a PI. Thought that was whack, easy. I'm going to be honest with you.
I thought it was whack, too. Whack murals.
But it's a win, and that's cool. And I liked what Campbell said, bro. He didn't care about how it looked, bro. He just wanted to win. I think it's because it's Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? He said everybody's getting days off. Bro, I don't think they cared at all. He was like, I'm moving on from minutes. He's about to go live?
Yeah, MCDC is.
Man, let MCDC live, man. Let him sleep, dog. You know what I mean? Like I say, this has been we've been cooking, bro. Let this dude have a couple days off. We don't need a presser on Saturday at noon. What are we doing?
I agree. I think it's because we're playing Thursday, but
come on, man.
Though.
Wait till Monday.
Yeah.
We're not getting no injury reports on Saturday at noon. What are we doing?
Or Sunday or something. I mean, I don't know.
Anyway, man. Hey, Easy, was there any last note? Chat, we appreciate y'all joining us, man. I had to kind of rush through the end, so I missed a lot of comments. My bad. I just wanted to rush through before it's noon here just so I could get through the clips. I had too many of them. Any thing that stuck out to you that you want to hit on that we didn't hit on?
No, man. Just happy holidays. Thank you to those who watch us, give us the time of day. I appreciate you for having me on and collabing, and go Lions. I gotta go see Moana 2 with my son.
Okay, you are going to see that?
Yeah.
Are you excited or no?
Kind of, yeah. The first one was gas.
Ooh, I didn't see the first one. I've only seen, dude, Snapchat sending me you get that too on Snapchat? It's like Moana sent me a snap. Like, what?
Hey, what? No, I didn't get that.
Yeah, they sending me like trailers on Snapchat.
How old Moana should
Well.
be Snapchatting you? I'm saying.
Hey, maybe underage. You know what I mean? Let's stay out of my chat. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Man, hey, last thing for me, a couple notes. Muhammad's a dog. I'm glad we got him. Dog. Darius been fantastic. Don't cut Jameson Williams because he's now winning for us and we need it. I thought Goff did pretty well with the disguises, but the issue became when the Bears broke down, he didn't find the answer. That was unfortunate, but it just is what it is. He plays to the script. Outside that, we signed Quan Alexander. We signed Jonah Williams. I think we signed somebody else too, but I don't remember who it was. We signed a safety.
I think you got him. Quan and Jonah.
So just two.
Jonah from the Rams, Quan from the Broncos.
So there we go, man. We'll probably talk about that a little more during the week or whatever. And then Aaron Glenn, bro, continues to keep mixing it up. I like it. I like most of the play calling, most spots. Caleb just made some amazing plays, and Ben continues to be fantastic. Don't leave us, man. Stay here. All right.
Yeah. Monday, Moana 2 breakdown, 12 p.m. here on this channel.
Hey, I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. If we do the breakdown, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Chad, we appreciate y'all joining, man. Check out Easy. They're live. What day and time and where at? Let the people know.
Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 on Woodward Sports, but Sunday post games and Mondays Herman Moore Rewind with Herman Moore and Lomas Brown. I don't know why it was so hard for me to say just now. On Lions Nation Unite, so make sure you guys go subscribe over there. They're constantly giving away merch. They just dropped these new Sonic and Knuckles tees. They're absolute fire. Do you see those, by the way?
Yep. Hey, Knuckles is Gibbs' heat.
They're gas. Yeah.
We get.
Shout
I saw
out to Carlos
thing.
Cook. That is my lover's son, my stepson, Carlos Cook. Appreciate the love in the chat. Appreciate the love from his mother. First and foremost, let's get that out of the way. She's amazing. She makes great sandwiches, by the way, too. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Carlos Cook.
Yeah, shout out to Carlos. Carlos Cook's a dog. We like you, Carlos. Keep coming in the chats, man. We appreciate you. Appreciate you all, man.
I apologize, Carlos.
Yeah, you went a little bit. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, is this real? I was like, maybe you do know Carlos like that. Carlos be in the chats all the time, man. Carlos is that dude. But
I hate Chicago. That's why it got me. I hate the Bears.
Hey, on the way out though, you root for Michigan easy? Is that what you're doing today? I mean, I got $10 on it. I can win $80 if Michigan wins this game. So it's like easy's rooting for Michigan.
I can't find it in me to root for them in this one because I just don't think they have a chance. So, but yeah, for you,
Why are you gonna end on that? You don't even
I'm a Michigan State guy.
You thought Michigan State was about to be Michigan. You were probably hyped at halftime too. You believed in that
I was
team at
talking
halftime.
most to you. Yeah, I was. Thank
were
God that you left at halftime. Yeah, because that would have been awkward.
All right, y'all. We'll see you guys
this
next week.
I was loud in that place. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you were fired up. Easy, you were fired up, but
agree. No team like what?
We got to do that again, man. We got to do something like that for the watch party again. All right, we out, man.
All right. See you guys.
Enjoy your weekend.